Alright, so today we are going to talk about on our video cast, we are going to talk about accommodations and what I get for accommodations. The best thing ever, right? Yeah. So I am a college student with disorder. Both learning disorder, a hearing loss. So I get a lot of accommodations at school to help me succeed. When I was in high school, I had this big thing. Now it's just one small little thing that says, oh, this, that, and that. So let's talk about some of the accommodations that I get. I get captioning services and interpreting services for my classes. I'll explain that in a little bit. I get extended test time, note taker. I get, what else do I get? I think it's three big things. And I use them to my advantage to help me be successful as a student at UW-Milwaukee. And I encourage other students, it could be high school, could be college, could be anything, to use those advantages to yourself to be a better student. Now, what are those accommodations and why do I like them? Well, let's start off with the captioning and interpreting. Since I identify myself as hard of hearing, and I never really did that as a high schooler, as a high school student, because I did not know that they had a hard of hearing. I always started with deafness, and that was not me. But I love identifying myself as hard of hearing. I love it. Now, what they do with captioning is they send at least one person to every class, and they type in on their computer what the professor is saying or the student is saying, and I get an iPad or a laptop, whatever. I can use my own laptop, and it will generate what they're saying, so I can. It's sort of an easy guide to take notes. But I don't use it for note taker. That's different. It's a great advantage. Great advantage for me. I know what people are saying. I know, and I can sit wherever I want. I don't have to be in the front row. So, the other thing that I try is the other thing that available for me is interpreters. American Sign Language interpreters, yes. And I use this for basically large lecture halls. I don't use it for discussions or sizable classroom, but big lecture halls. I do use captions for big lecture halls. I do. But when it's a big lecture hall, then I use interpreting. I actually do like it. I'm not even kidding. So it's another accommodation that the deaf and hard of hearing students use, and I use. So it's a nice little accommodation. And I wish, hope, and this is my hope for the future. I hope that a lot of these accommodations for high school students who are, uh, a lot of these accommodations that I'm talking about for high school that I get can apply for high school students as well. Um, but it's kind of hard with deaf and hard of hearing students because they do go to the school for the deaf. That's basically their home. Um, but it's just, it's just an option for a lot of those students. I love it on a personal level. What's the other thing? Note taker. That's where a student will a student in one of your classes will take their notes and print out a copy of their notes, and then you can use their notes. It's but in college, but I don't really use that because in college I'm like, the best way I learn from taking notes is what's the best way to, what's the most important thing to write about? Like, what's the most important thing to learn about? What's the main subject? That's what I put down. So I really don't use that. But if you are coming into a college, wherever it might be, and you think that you might need it, then go for it. Always use your accommodation to your advantage. If a note taker works, that's perfect. The other thing is that I get is extended test time. Hold on. So extended test time. Now, it has helped me a lot. I mean, not just finishing the test, and it's not. And my biggest worry is not finishing the test. It's about getting the test right and getting the actual score that I want. That's the biggest thing for me with extended test time. It may be for different students. Maybe test anxiety. The other thing I forgot to mention was, and it was sort of what I got with my AP at middle high school, is a room where there's no noise at all. That's something that I've had for years. It works perfectly for me. But the extended test time in the test room are one thing. But there's single test time, like time and a half, double 1 hour, and I think that's it. But that is always using it to your advantage. For me personally, I get done easily, and the test scores are pretty high in some levels. Some are low, but I always bounce back. The other thing with my American Sign Language classes that I'm taking, I always take it one-on-one. That's another thing that, it's not an accommodation, but it's something that I've always worked out with the professor. That's helped me a lot as well. So I think I'm always trying to say is, use your accommodation, what you get, to your advantage. Always advocate for them. Always advocate for yourself and how you become a better student and how you learn. Because in college they're not gonna say, yeah, he needs this, he needs that. Do you need help? The accommodations will help you. You just gotta do your part. So, again, it's again, it's a nice advantage for me. I use it all the time. So, I think the last point that I want to make is you to everyone who is struggling with a learning disorder or some type of dyslexia or anything. Always use what you have that you get. Always use that to your advantage. Because it's the best thing. It's how you succeed. So hopefully you enjoyed it.